Hello, how are you? This is Lerone Kuntz. I'm here to talk to you today about Eric Adams. Now, Eric Adams is the mayor of New York City, and he has been indicted on 5 counts, including bribery, wire fraud, and conspiracy. These are very serious charges, federal charges against the sitting mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Eric Adams is the first sitting mayor ever to be indicted while in office. The first New York City mayor ever to be indicted while in office. This is serious business. Damian Williams, who is the U.S. attorney for the Southern District, held a press conference today outlining the information that is in this indictment. This indictment is 57 pages. It's a lot of things here. I'm going to go through this, and if there's anything noteworthy, I will be coming back and reporting on it. But from the press conference, Damian Williams is saying that he was accepting money from foreign nationals, Turkish foreign nationals, Turkish government, in the amount of over $100,000. He also received campaign funds from Turkish nationals and the Turkish government, which is illegal. And he also got matching funds from the state of New York that matches campaign funds, and he received over $10 million from New York. So they're calling that fraud. So this is serious. He has serious charges, but he's pledging that he is not stepping down, and he still intends to run for re-election. He's saying he's totally innocent and he's going to fight these charges. But Damian Williams, the U.S. attorney for the Southern District, is no joke. This guy is extremely intelligent. He is extremely thorough. He is the prosecutor, the U.S. attorney that prosecuted Sam Bankman-Fried, the crypto fraudster who just got 25 years in prison. He indicted him and had him in court and got a 25-year sentence in less than a year. Damian Williams is no joke. Damian Williams is the same prosecutor that's prosecuting Diddy. I got Diddy's indictment here. It's 14 pages. Eric Adams's indictment is 57 pages. There's a lot of information here. There's text messages and emails and pictures and everything. They have a lot of information on him. Eric Adams is saying that the reason why he has become a target is because he was fighting for the people of New York. When the migrants came to New York and flooded New York City, and the city had to go into overdrive and fund all of these migrants' healthcare and housing and food and education, everything that is bankrupting New York City. As a result of that, he appealed to the Biden administration for funding for New York City to help take care of the migrants. And he said that's where his problem started. That since he did that, he has become a target, and that's the reason why this indictment has come about. Okay, he's saying that it's because he was fighting for New Yorkers. That's his words. Okay, but the information in the indictment stems back over 10 years. He's only been mayor for like 2 years and 9 months. And they're saying for the last 10 years, he's been having this relationship with the Turkish government and Turkish nationals. And it's a quid pro quo, because they say that the Turkish nationals were building a skyscraper in Manhattan, and they had scheduled for the Turkish president to come visit the building in Manhattan. But the building had not yet been inspected by the fire department. And so they called Eric Adams, and Eric Adams told his fire department to go inspect the building. Well, the fire chiefs were telling him like, hey, we got a list of buildings we're supposed to inspect, and this building is not on the list. Okay, so it's not fair for us to just skip the line and have the fire department go in and inspect this building and tell the other people they have to wait. And they also said, and even if we do inspect the building is not ready. The building has a lot of violations and it won't pass inspection. It will not pass inspection. Eric Adams told them, hey, if you don't pass this building, inspect this building and let it open, then you're going to lose your job. So they passed the inspection. They said that the building was fine and they opened the building. They're saying that Eric Adams was paying back the Turkish government for all the favors and the money that they gave him. And they said they have emails to that effect from the Turkish nationals telling them, hey man, it's now it's your turn to pay back. And they're saying that's exactly what he did. So there's a lot of evidence against him. And I don't know where this is going to shake out. It seems like they got him. It seems like they got him. Now, this is interesting to me because Eric Adams is a New Yorker and I'm a native New Yorker. We're both from Brooklyn. He was the borough president of Brooklyn. And we're both from Brownsville, Brooklyn. You know, a really impoverished community in Brooklyn. We're both from there. And we both were part of law enforcement. I was a correction officer, 20 years. He was a police officer for 20 years. So I've been aware of him for a long time. And I always thought highly of him, you know, prior to his political career. But since he got into politics, you know, it seems like he has abandoned some of the things that I knew that he was about. But I guess you got to do those things when you get into politics. And I guess if you step on too many toes, then you get this. I guess they've been watching him for a long time and they had the goods on him. And once he stepped out of line, I guess they said, hey, well, give this information to Damian and let's see what happens. And Damian, like I said, he's a very thorough guy, very competent, and he compiled this indictment, got the indictment, and now Eric Adams is on the hot seat. So let's just think about this for a minute. Eric Adams, a man from humble beginnings, public servant, police department, 20 years, becomes a politician. He was a state senator. Then he was the president, the borough president of Brooklyn for 2 terms. And then he rose to the level of mayor of New York City. That's a great story right there. How does a man like this get involved in something like this, where he is being accused of accepting bribes from a foreign government, being accused of conspiracy and wire fraud? How does a person like that, from humble beginnings, get into the situation that he's in? This is a result of a person from humble beginnings that has worked in public service, who has served the public for decades. And what happens a lot of times with people like this, not all, but this is what happens when they get caught up in this. They have done so much for so many, they get to the point where they say, what about me? What about me? When is it my turn? They're rubbing shoulders with millionaires and billionaires, going to fundraisers, parties, events. You know, he just gave the key to the city to Diddy, right? So he's rolling with Diddy and people of that level, you know. So he's seeing all of this luxury and all this wealth, and he's a public service servant, and he's saying, when is it my turn? I've done a lot of good work. I've done more good work than these people. When do I get paid? And then someone comes along and says, hey, you want to get paid? Here, take it. We'll take care of you. You want that? Take it. You want this gift? Get it. You want a hotel stay in a 5-star hotel? You want to fly first class? Sure. But later on, we're going to square up with you. And this is how it happens. A person from humble beginnings finds themselves the subject of a 57-page federal indictment. That's how it goes. So, thank you once again for stopping by and checking me out. And until next time, as always, peace and stay safe.